Hello everyone and welcome to my sewing room. I'm Kim, and in my video today I think it's going to be quite a short one after last week's deep dive into the carnation blouse. So this is a little bit of a catch-up video. Now I put the carnation blouse back on today because when I finished making the carnation blouse I did have a sizable chunk of fabric left and I really didn't want to put it back in my stash, and I was looking on Instagram and the hashtag SewFrugal2026 popped up, and I thought, do you know what? I have a few projects I could actually use that remainder of fabric on. So I have been pondering with the idea of making the Reverie Vest by Maddie Arden, and I bought some of, because I wanted to do something a little bit different. And I bought some of this fleece. So do you remember this fleece? Because I was going to do the vest in this, and also when I got this I thought I might do a hobo bag that I bought a pattern for, but the hobo bag pattern was huge and I didn't have enough of this to make it. So I set it aside because to start with I could not seem to print off the pattern correctly. I couldn't get that little 1 inch square right, but I did manage to do it. So I thought I would make the Reverie Vest up. So I started working on it when it was really cold here, and I really did beef it up. So not only did I have this, because I wanted this as an outside layer, I also used some H640 Fusible Wadding. So it was quite a nice thickish layer of wadding, and then on top of that I used my remnant fabric from the carnation blouse, and I have it here. And to be honest with you, it is so hot today, it's gone ridiculous that I can't put it on because I think it would just make me pass out with heat exhaustion. But it's a really nice vest. So here she is. So you can see she's the same fabric as my carnation blouse. So if I decide, obviously if I want to wear her reversible, she is reversible, so I can reverse her out, and you've got this. And I quilted her so you can see all the quilting. And last week when it was really cold, and also because I wasn't very well the week before, I was still feeling the cold a bit. This was a godsend and I loved it. I haven't put any ties on it because I just wanted to wear it as a vest that was open, just to quickly put on and snuggle into. And it has worked out really, really well. So basically the Reverie is a free pattern, and it's only got it's got 4 pattern pieces, and one of those is the tie. So really altogether I only use 3 pattern pieces. So you just have front, the front and the left bodice and the back. So effectively it's 2 pieces really, isn't it? Yes. So you've got about 3 pieces in total. So what I did was I cut out the fleece to start with, and then once you stitch the fleece up and you've got the back and the 2 sides attached, you just lay it on your fabric and you cut around it, and that piece of fabric I had left worked out perfectly. And then from my stash I had some just navy cotton lawn in my linings box, and I just made some bias binding and went around the whole thing with the bias binding. So this has turned out just as I'd hoped. Actually, it's a really nice little vest, so easy to bring together. So it goes with my top really nicely. So when it does start to get cold, which I don't think it will do now, I think finally at the end of May, summer has arrived. So that is definitely for later in the year. So even though, oh, and also I still have quite a bit of this left, so I might save this for lining my sweatshirt kangaroo pockets later in the year, because this just adds an additional layer of warmth. And I did something like that on my husband's sweatshirts and he loved it. So I thought I'll save this for doing those kangaroo pockets later in the year. So hopefully nothing goes to waste. I do try to use as much of what I have up. So I try to limit as much as possible that I put in the bin. So I still had a little bit of this fabric left. So I thought I would use it and make a tote bag. So I've got a lovely tote bag as well with just the remnants. The rest of it's just been made up with calico, so it's really nice and sturdy, and it's lined, so it's just a really, really nice bag. So I feel thoroughly coordinated. So I think I have hit the rules set out by So Frugal 2026, because I think one of them was you have to use a free pattern. So the Reverie Vest was a free pattern. You have to use fabric from your stash, which I have. And the great thing, it was fabric that was left over from, you know, obviously previous make. So I hit that box. And now I just have to make sure that I post these on Instagram with that hashtag, to sort of join in with the fun and the rest of the sewing community. So what else have I been up to? Well, I have been buying some more fabric, and I bought this when I wasn't very well, because I usually find myself drinking lots of tea when I'm unwell, and I start scrolling and I usually start looking at fabrics, and pound fabrics at the moment are just so good. I have bought some really lovely fabric from them in the past. So I bought some more and it is gorgeous. So let me just lift over. Oh. So I have summer in mind. So I did buy some of this, and this is called Checkered White Cotton Modal fabric. I bought 5 meters of it, and I think it came to about £11.70 for 5 meters. So it does feel a little bit like single gauze. It's not double gauze, it's single gauze. So it's got a really nice lightweight feel about it. And I thought this would probably make a really nice tilde, which is another free pattern. And I could, because I've got so much of this stuff, I could actually make another carnation blouse with short sleeves. So that will come in really useful. And I do feel I need some more solid coloured garments in my wardrobe. So the next piece of fabric, pound fabrics again. And this is called Large Sketched Flowers, grey, 100% cotton poplin. And I bought 5 meters of this, and this worked out at £9.75 for the 5 meters. And it's a really nice lightweight poplin, actually. They've all been laundered and they're on my sort of boards. I'm ready to go into my stash. They've all been, you know, got their cards on, and I've done the cards for my index box. But I mean, look at that fabric. It is beautiful. So I can see some really nice summery tops being made out of that as well. And even some pajamas. I keep talking about pajamas. I didn't make any last, did I make any last year? I think I've made 1 pair of pajamas last year, and I love them so much. I really need to get back on my pajama game. So hopefully I will get a few of those made this year, probably later on in the year. And then I just saw this. I just thought this was really cute. This is called Hens Rose and Hubble Cotton Poplin Fabric Light Blue. And they do this in 2 other colourways, but I just liked the light blue. So I thought that would, you know, I wouldn't even mind making a shirt in that. I quite like that. I got 2 meters I don't know how narrow it is, 44 inches, what's that? I think that's 112. So it is quite narrow. I do have a shirt pattern that I could get out of 2 meters at that width, but I just thought it was quite quirky, and I quite like quirky things. So if I can't get it out, then I could possibly make up some makeup bags, because I do like to give those out and I like to use them as presents. Yeah, so I'm really, really pleased with all of my fabrics. Now, I have been working on some other things in the background, so I'll just go and get those. They're not completed, but I can show you what I've been up to, and then hopefully you'll see them as finished projects in one of my later videos. So do you remember this fabric? This is some fabric my daughter really liked, and I went on the hunt for it. It took me ages to find it, but I do have quite a nice sizable piece of this fabric left. And I feel what I'd like to do is maybe make up another makeup bag in it. Then in my scrap box, I found some of this, which is Alice in Wonderland. I'm not really sure what it's called. I have that. Then I cut a piece of this as well, which I've shown you before. So I thought I'd like to make a few makeup bags just to build up a stock of them, because when I give presents to people, I like to actually put things in the makeup bag. So effectively the makeup bag becomes the little gift bag. So with those, I've also looked at some internal fabrics. So I'm not sure which of these internal fabrics I will use, this sort of lining fabric. So I've got one in bright yellow, so that could go with all of them. And I then have some more lining fabric in this. And I also have some, oh, here it is, some of this Modal grunge in this really, really soft pink white Modal grunge. Now these fabrics I have actually treated with oh, what's it called? So I treated them all with Eau Coat. So I like to prepare my linings with Eau Coat, so you can see there's a bit of a sheen on there, and it just makes it water resistant, which is quite nice for a makeup bag. So I usually do that before I cut out the actual linings. So this was all done, and really all of this stuff is ready to be made up into bags. Now I went over to Purple Stitches this morning because I wanted some Pacific zippers to go with these bags to finish them off, so I'll go and get those as well. I'm not very organised today. So I bought some pale pink continuous zipper with the metal teeth, the chrome coloured metal teeth, and I thought that would go quite nice with the pink version. And then I bought this beautiful pastel rainbow zipper tape as well, and I thought that would actually go with any of those bags. They only had 2.5 meters of this left, so I snapped that up. And I also bought some more zipper pulls. So I bought 3 of those, and I bought 2 of those with the hearts in the gunmetal, and then I also bought 2 in just the chrome colour, the silver colour. And I really like these. I hadn't seen these before in Purple Stitches, and I do like the stars. So there's a star there, but it's a star within a star, which I really like. So I bought a little collection of zipper pulls, and just as I was paying, I saw out of the corner of my eye these little zipper charms, and I bought one with a little cat in a teapot, and then I bought another little cat in a teapot, and then last of all I bought a little mushroom, only because my daughter adores mushrooms, so I will give her that to put on her bag, because I made her one just recently out of that raw fabric. What else did I buy? I just bought a really tiny little cutting board, and I bought this because when I do my crumb quilt, I'm finding that when I'm cutting and neatening up each piece, I'm getting up from my machine and coming over to my table to neaten. And I thought what I really need to do is to set up a little workstation right by my machine so that I can cut by my machine. And I've got this tiny little rotary cutter here. So I did buy some more blades for that today from Purple Stitches. So I've got a little workstation effectively that I can use right near my sewing machine. And I also have my mini iron as well. So God, I'm getting lazy. So I thought I could just sit at my machine. I'll have my box of scraps next to me, and then I can delve into my box of scraps and pull stuff out, cut it, stitch it, iron it, you know, all in one area, and probably increase my production of the crumb squares, because I really have been enjoy making them. And the last couple of weeks, because I've been doing other things, they have taken a little bit of a back seat. So I need to get back into those, because I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through. They come together so quickly. I can understand why people like making quilts, you know, by, you know, sewing them on the machine, because everything just sews up really quickly, because all of my quilts before have been hand sewn and they take me ages. So it is quite nice to actually produce something like that so quickly that you can see the results straight away. So I think for today, that is it. It is quite a quick one today. I forgot to mention on my video last week when I did the carnation blouse that my next deep dive garment is going to be the Donny shirt by Friday Pattern Company. And the reason for that is because the weather has changed so much and is getting really nice. It would be nice to have some of those shorter sleeve tops that aren't fussy, that you can just literally put on over a pair of, you know, trousers, shorts, skirt, whatever, and they are just a nice fit. So I thought I would do a deep dive on the Donny shirt. So you have that to look forward, probably at the end of June. I usually do it more towards the end of the month. So I hope you've enjoyed the content of this video, and if you have, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, hype, and you know, I'd like to hear from you. It'd be really nice to hear your comments. I do reply to all of them at the moment. And until next time, have a fabulous week sewing, and I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye.